Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 11 of the Fit in 10 Challenge, and we had an awesome class last night. You guys did really well. We were, I think, pretty productive. We got through abs in 4 exercises. I am going a little bit slower through these classes just because you guys are new to these, and most of you are, okay? So for those of you who know these exercises, and maybe you don't want to come out to these classes because it just seems like they're a little bit slow, I still encourage you to, because I know that you're not doing these exercises 100% right. But I understand that it may not feel like you're working as hard because you're not working as fast. But I'm going to remind you that it's not necessarily the quantity of what you're doing, but it's the quality of the exercise. Okay, so I'm still going to really encourage you to come on out. It's actually a great time just to like kind of reset and refocus, because a lot of our classes we're trying to push volume, which we have to, so you can get some workout in, more workout per se, more energy burning, but you can get a lot more out of an exercise if you do it properly. And this is the class to do it properly, because I go slower and I teach things in depth. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you guys to come on out to the next class, which isn't going to happen until next Monday, by the way, because I'm away this weekend. Okay, so no class this Saturday, just another reminder about that. Okay, no class this Saturday at 10:15 a.m. No class. All right, I want to talk about some foods. I've not talked about any foods recently, so let's do that. I'm going to talk to you about some foods that I find absolutely 100% exciting and make my life so much better, especially with somebody who's on a low-carb diet. I know a lot of you are complaining about not getting a lot of carbohydrates because you're used to eating just carbs. You are just a carb. You are eating carbs all the time. You're not eating very much protein, and I don't know, your fat's probably all over the place. Some days high, some days low. But you love carbs, right? That's just because that's the way we've been told to eat for so long. But if you're trying to stay leaner, if you're trying to lose body fat, if you're thinking about your health, if you're thinking about your heart health, okay, yes, if you're thinking about your heart health, you want to watch your carbohydrate consumption, okay? You can't just go bonkers on carbohydrates, which is why I put a limit in there. Now, to help you out with that, there's 2 things I'm going to mention about today. Coconut flour and almond flour. You may already know about these. These are a great way to, say, make some pancakes or waffles and not add really any carbohydrates. Okay, so I actually make a waffle in the evening. It's more like a pancake. It's so big I can't flip it, so I end up just like stirring it all up. But I guess I could put it in like a waffle maker or something. Could make a waffle. Anyways, these are awesome. These 2 things, because they're a fat source, so you get some fats. Really no carbohydrates except for the fiber that's in each of these. This is fairly high in fiber. This is not too high in fiber. And I'll talk about fiber and how it relates to your carbohydrate intake in the future. But for now, we're just going to count it as a carbohydrate. As a regular carbohydrate, that is. Like a starch or sugar. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because you can make these things like for your breakfast. So if I put a waffle together, and I'll put this up online. I've already posted on Instagram before in the past. I'll post it up in the, I've been meaning to, in the Slack group. And it's a really, really great meal to have. So in essence, it's basically eggs, some coconut flour, some almond flour, some cottage cheese, stevia, and then you mix that all up. You may want to put some egg whites in there as well, as opposed to eggs if you want to just keep your fats down. And just mix it. Oh, and I'm sorry, the secret ingredient is vanilla quattro protein powder, the vanilla version. Mix it all in the bowl, put it in the pan, cook it up. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes. Make sure you line the pan with some coconut oil. Coconut oil is best. And get out some mixed berries, heat them up, put them on top, and it is so good. It's like so good. I don't think anybody will not enjoy it, okay? And it's low carb. And it doesn't seem like you're eating low carbs, okay? So, coconut flour, I don't know where, Martine actually ended up getting this from somewhere. I don't know where she got it from. This is kosher too, by the way. It's got like a little weird price tag on it, so she probably got it from some little store somewhere. And, this is Kirkland, so this is from Costco, okay? All right, so I'll put up the recipe for that. All right, trying to make these videos short for you guys. So, what's the message of the day? The message of the day is you build yourself up over time and not overnight. This is a process, okay? So you build yourself up over time, not overnight. Okay, now, for a lot of you who've put on some extra pounds, that didn't happen overnight, right? Probably happened over several years. And so for you to expect that everything's gonna change overnight, it just won't, okay? But you can make some considerable change, and we've seen it before with previous contestants, challengers, participants, whatever you wanna call them. They've made some dramatic changes. So you still can, of course, in 10 weeks. And 10 weeks is like kind of overnight. All right. But the key is to be consistent, right? Persistent and consistent with this whole thing. So, just remember, you didn't get to where you are overnight. You're not going to get to your end destination overnight either. Okay. And just to follow up to yesterday about people not losing weight, it is normal, especially for those of you who weren't weight training and are now weight training. It's totally normal for you not to lose weight, any weight, in the first week or 2.5 for that matter, okay? Wait till your first scan comes, wait till your second scan comes, and you'll see the difference in your body composition, because that's what matters, okay? All right, 3 workouts you guys have to do. Put them in your calendar. You should have already done one at least by now, okay? 3 cardiovascular sessions, and of course your diet every day. Plug it in. Hopefully you're a creature of habit. Eat the same foods every day. Right? It's way easier to do. And when you plug all those foods in, MyFitnessPal remembers it, so it's easy. You can just pick them, especially if you're using the same amounts of foods, and you just plug it in. It's really easy to keep track of. All right? Submit, commit, stick to the plan, follow through with it, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. See you guys.